Hey, boss. Hey, how are you today? It's your girl, LaShonda Henry here, aka SistaSense. Always excited to share things you can do to work on your money, your marketing, and your sales goals too, with strategy and intention. So, 6 months, boss. Literally, at this point, you got 6 months left to get to the end of the year. So, to be clear, what we're going to do today, tongue tied, is have a mid-year reset slash Sunday circle conversation. Yay! So, what are your plans? What are you envisioning for yourself when it comes to growing your business and intentionally working on your end of year goals? I love this time of year because it's an opportunity for us to have like mid year resolutions where we reconnect to our visions and we get back on track. As a matter of fact, a couple of days ago, I did a mid year reset webinar training. And what I'm going to do today is take you inside of some of those strategies that I shared when it comes to working on your 6 month growth strategy plan. So if you can, I want you to do a couple of things for me. Number one, I want you to drop reset into the chat if you are live or catching me on the replay side, because I want us to work on resetting, recharging, and revving up your efforts to make this year really count. Right? So, number one, drop reset into the chat so I can see. And then, number two, baby, if you're catching me on the replay side, always remember to drop into the comment box hashtag replays rock. So let's do it. Let's rock out and have this mid year reset conversation. I'm going to take you into the first three CH discussions that we had inside of the mid-year reset webinar prep session. Okay, by the way, you can watch those replays again at SistaSense.com/reset. So there were three things we talked about when it comes to intentionally creating your 6 month growth plan, starting with CH chart, check, and change. So when I talk about charting, the idea there was you need to chart your progress. Before you can move forward, you have to stop. STOP. Write down that acronym for me. Stop, think, observe, and proceed. So, as part of that webinar workshop that I did a few days ago, we took some time to really sit down and reflect on the last 6 months. And there are a couple of things that you need to ask yourself when it comes to your charting your progress thus far. One of the things that you want to do is make sure that you reflect on the things you wanted to accomplish at the beginning of the year. So when you had all those New Year's resolutions that you put out there, what was your vision? What was your goal? What were you trying to accomplish? Right? So reflecting on what you wanted to accomplish and reviewing what you've done, taking a look at your wins, your losses, your lessons learned. These are some of the refactor conversations that we had when we talked about you charting your progress before you move forward. Now, one of the things that I want to talk about with you when it comes to being in a place that you chart your progress is identifying what you need to roll over. Let's talk. We all have projects as entrepreneurs that we want to do, especially us type A entrepreneurs, baby. We got more than a few projects that we want to do, right? Before you really get into the next 6 months, you got to stop and think about what are some projects that you want to roll over because either you didn't finish them or you didn't even start them 6 months ago, right? So in the last 6 months, probably there are things that you were able to do, yay, you. But if there were some things that you need to either start or roll over going into the next quarter, the third and fourth quarter, what does that look like for you? So I definitely want you to watch the full mid-year reset prep session because we go through all of these in great detail. But those are just a few things that I want you to think about when it comes to sitting down, pausing, creating a progress report so you can better assess where you want to go from here. Okay. Now, I have something called my Sunday Circle Mastermind Group, and every Sunday we check in to reflect on this one as we prepare for the new one. I do that at 6 a.m. every Sunday, and talking about the mid year reset was one of those things. So, I said to you, I'm going to share three of the CHs with you, right? One of them was chart. The second one was check, specifically checking your challenges. So, let's talk about that. The reality is, if you didn't get to do all the things that you wanted to, raise your hand. You're human. Life is going life, right? But if you want to work on your productivity, baby, you need to check your challenges. Now, what that means for me is, what are some things that are making it difficult for you to power through? One thing could be motivation. I mean, when I say life is gonna life, there's always a lot of crazy things going on in our world, right? Externally and internally up in here, or even in here. So, did you find that you struggled with motivation this year? Could be one thing that you need to think about, right? How do you get motivated to move forward? I shared a couple of recommendations on each of these challenges that you need to check, by the way. And I said, number one, when it comes to motivation, one thing that I like to do is relocate. Sometimes you just need a change of space. As you can see, I'm at the grandparents. I got the acreage up over here and up over there, all over the place, hanging out, breezes blowing, relaxing, doing what I need to do. Sometimes you need to relocate, get away, change your location so that you can either recharge or that you can better work in a different environment that is better conducive to you being your best you, right? When it comes to checking your challenges, I also shared the OMG scale. OMG for means overwhelmed manic genius. As a matter of fact, drop OMG for me into the chat. If you are an overwhelmed manic genius, you're a freaking genius. There's a lot that you know, there's a lot that you want to do, but there's a lot that overwhelms you. And sometimes being manic, you're up, and then other times you're down. Trust me, I get it. I know what that's like. And the workaround is getting more self aware, being more mindful of your challenges so you can work through them. And when you're clear, baby, you do everything that you need to do. So, motivation could be one thing that challenged you when it came to working on your business consistently. Another one that comes up a lot for me when I work with clients, they say, LaShonda, I struggle with consistency when it comes to content creation. Whew, that's a big one. Content is king. You know, honey, you need to make content to make money, right? Content to market your stuff, and content, if you're like a digital entrepreneur like myself, to sell. And some people are like, they want to do all these things, but they're not doing any of them things, overthinking and underperforming because they struggle with content creation or monetization. You need products to sell. A lot of people are like, I've got 15 hands and 15 fires, and nothing is quite done the way it needs to be so that I can make that money. Motivation, monetization, content creation, implementation. Nothing works unless you work. Nothing changes unless something changes, right? And maybe you're not getting into a rhythm where you feel like you have the time and the space and the grace to implement as much as you need to. When it comes to your challenges on a scale of 1 to 10, are any of these things challenging you? It's one of the things that we talked about as part of the mid-year reset. I'm going to just drop a few of these things that I want you to think about when you are trying to figure out how you got to where you are right now versus where you want to be 6 months from now, the end of the year, that future you. You got to prepare to become her or him, depending on who you are, right? So, charting your progress, checking your challenges. Another challenge that a lot of people face when it comes to creating a sustainable business is conversions. If you ain't converting, I know you hurting. Being able to create products create packages, create services, and have people actually buy those things. Conversion, manifestation, maybe communication, not consistently communicating with your tribe enough to the point where people see you, they're engaging with you, they like what that you do, they invest in working with you, and they tell their friends and bring them on into conversions, communication, monetization, content creation, motivation, just a few things that you might be struggling with, right? Maybe not all of these things, but from a scale of 1 to 10, being able to assess 1 being the least challenging to 10 being the most challenging, to figure out where you need to tackle your resistance and unblock your business so you can move forward. A lot of times we go, oh, this is why my business isn't working. This is why my business isn't working. And baby, as a solopreneur, a lot of times the reality is that you could be the thing that is not working in your business, right? CH number 3, one of the things that we talked about as part of the mid-year reset is being in a place where you understand it's time to make a change. Nothing changes if nothing changes, right? So we talked about some things that you need to work on changing in your business, and I broke down the 3 STR strategy, 3-point strategy. You have to work on 3 things. Number 1, stripping down all the things you say you want to do to get down to the essential products that you should be selling right now. A lot of people are like, I want to do this, I want to sell that, I want to be a coach, I want to have digital products, I want to have a course, I want to da 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 da, and you still ain't get half of that stuff done. You have to strip down to get to a simple place where people clearly can see exactly what you offer and go, yes. And you clearly have offers available for purchase. Confused buyers do not buy, and confused entrepreneurs, they try and they try and they try, but never win. Because you got too many doors, too many windows, too many things open. You're not closing enough of these products so that you can push them out effectively. Work on mastering your craft, and improving your products consistently. That happens with simplicity. A lot of people who come to me, they go, I want to mirror what you do in your business because I like how you put yourself together. I like how you put your stuff together. It's straightforward, it's clean, it's simple, it's budget friendly. I need that. Strip down your products to the things that are going to work for you and your customers too. Structure. When it comes to structure, we in depth talked about 2 things: your pages and your pricing. So you got to have pages that pay, okay? And a lot of people say, okay, LaShonda, I got some products, but I say, okay, let me see the sales page. Let me see the landing page. Let me see the squeeze page for the lead magnet. It's almost done. It's not quite done. Or, well, the page is up, but it's broken. This is not working. That is not working. You got to work on the structure of your pages so they work better for you. You also have to work on the structure of your pricing model so more people have the opportunity to work with you. So I talk about the GBBs: good, better, best, having tiered pricing, having different options. So at different levels, whoever people are, they can come to you and find something that works for them. A lot of my clients say, I like you because you got something for everybody. No matter what somebody got in their pocket, you got something that can work for their budget, right? Working on your pricing models, working on your page structure, STR structure, number 2. Last but not least, number 3, for me, it's gotta be streamlined. I find that a lot of people spend too much time overspending and overthinking, taking months, if not weeks, to get things done because they haven't streamlined their processes. Working on your products, your pages, your pricing, and your processes. These are some of the things that we talk about in more detail inside the mid-year reset prep session. You can watch the replays on demand right now at sistasense.com/reset. Because I want you to be able to intentionally work on a 6-month growth strategy. And I share what I'm doing right now, what I've been doing for the last 6 months, and what I plan on doing for the next 6 months to work on 3 R's: revenue, reach, and routine. Revenue, what you're going to sell. Reach, how you're going to reach people who want what you have to sell. And routines, what you're going to do on a day by day, week by week basis to make it happen. Now, whether you check in with me, work with me, or you're a part of the SistaSense Circle community, you check in with the mid-year reset, take your notes, do what you need to do. These are some questions that you need to be asking yourself so that you can get clear about where you're going to go from here. What are you doing on a routine basis to work on your revenue and reaching more people? Because those are the things that basically you got to do. What are you going to sell? And how are you going to connect and help people find you online who want to buy your stuff? When we talk about people buying your stuff, one thing is obviously having pages where people can see your products, product pages, sales pages, landing pages, things of that nature, right? But we also talk about being in a place where you widen your reach, you widen your audience. Inside of my SistaSense Circle this past month, we had a 2-part mastermind on AI. No, forgive me, not AI, on Amazon. Amazon marketplaces and the different things that you can do to reach a wider audience. I don't know how many ways you have to reach people on Amazon. Yes, obviously the Amazon marketplace. Yes, obviously KDP. But baby, there are way more opportunities to work within Amazon's world than you may be aware of. But Amazon, baby, is not the only marketplace, right? You got Facebook Marketplace, you got eBay, you got Etsy, baby. You got to think about how you intentionally get your website and your web pages to work better for you. And then number two, how are you going to reach more people? Tapping into new marketplaces is one thing that I have talked about in the reset as part of my growth strategy moving forward. But it's one thing, right? Not all the things we talk about in the actual prep session. So I leave you with this, okay? Because I gotta go, gotta hang with the fam today. That's why we're here. But I wanted to jump on and share a little piece of what we do in my week by week Sunday circle and some of the things that we talked about as far as the recent mid-year reset webinar workshop that I did this week, that the replays are available for you. You have to get clear about where you've been, so your progress report, and where you want to go. Every week, I am either in promotion or production mode. And we talk about this in the Sunday Circle. You can let me know out of curiosity, when it comes to what you're doing right now, are you predominantly producing, like you're creating offers, you're putting your stuff together, you're in production mode, or in promotion mode where you're trying to get paid, you've got marketing campaigns, whether you're doing organic marketing or paid advertising, you're trying to get more people to see you. On any given week, I'm doing one of the two, predominantly producing or promoting, but it's a week by week thing. Inside the Sunday Circle, we actually talk about 3 things we do on a week by week basis. Number 1, always having something to sell, so creating irresistible offers. Number 2, always having something to say, crafting messages that make you money. And number 3, baby, always having something to share, something to put out there, creating content that converts people who don't know you into social media followers, converts those social media followers into subscribers, converts those subscribers into actual customers. You got to work on this on a week by week basis, your offers, your messaging, and your content. So regardless of whether or not you are in my circle or you say, you know what, I want to check out your mid-year reset. It's a webinar workshop that I did. These, like I said, are some questions that you really should be asking yourself so you can get clear about where you are right now, right here, and where you want to be by the end of the year. So check in, let me know what you've thought about or if there are any ideas that have come up for you as part of this training, number one. And number two, if you want to check in with me, feel free to email sistasense at gmail.com, SistaSense at gmail.com. And number three, baby, if you missed the mid-year reset, it is literally waiting for you over at sistasense.com/reset. While you're there, you also have the opportunity to join us inside the SistaSense Circle. Literally every week in my community, I am hosting virtual sessions, you, me, and some amazing business besties that are going to help you intentionally work on your business on a week by week basis. Now, if you want to know the things that I got coming to help you grow, well, right now we are working on a couple of things: digital self publishing, turning that content into cash flow. Hello. Growing your following. Specifically, we've got a social media challenge coming up this month as well. We're going to be talking about video marketing and other things that you can do when it comes to content marketing and consistently creating content that's going to help you grow your following. These are just a few things that I've got on the schedule. Yesterday, we had a great session on 10 social media posts that you absolutely have to try. And by the way, if you missed any of these, you do get on demand access to all of these inside the SistaSense Circle. So you'll learn more about that. Like I said, if you go over to sistasense.com/reset, you'll have the opportunity to watch the mid-year reset prep session number one, or get that plus all of the soon to come sessions that we do inside the SistaSense Circle that I've created for you. If you don't have it, grab the calendar, download it so you can see what we have for the next 90 days, month by month, week by week, so that every week you have accountability, you have support, and you have a community of business minded women to connect and really not just to learn from, but to lean on when it comes to you consistently working on your business, your revenue, your reach, and your routine. So you'll learn more about the Sunday Circle. And of course, if you have any questions, like I said, email me, send me a voice message, or check in our Facebook Fire Starters community. Mwah. That's it for today, y'all. A little bit of dose of my Sunday Circle. We do those every Sunday at 6 a.m. And a little bit of a recap of the mid-year reset prep session that we did about 1 or 2 days ago. So hopefully this has been helpful. Enjoy your holiday weekend. And of course, I'm going to do what I need to do to come back on here and cheer you on and support you. Let me know, by the way, if there are any topics that you would like me to touch on next, or if you have questions about the mid-year reset that we can dig a little bit deeper here. But like I said, go over there to the mid-year reset page so you can watch that reset replay and get all those good goods that I got ready and waiting for you. Till next time, take care